Seeing as originality is dead and we're all hungry for nostalgia, remakes are a great way for a games company to revitalise timeless classics and bring them into the modern day. Here are my personal top 10 games that need a remake. Let's begin.
You're looking for some people.
We're all looking for that special someone.
Being my first Grand Theft Auto game, I have a soft spot for GTA 4. Playing as the Yugoslavian immigrant Niko Bellic, GTA 4 has you explore Liberty City, making money, doing odd jobs for the mob, all while trying to survive. It has one of the richest storylines and a deep focus on its world building, which can be exemplified by its huge diverse cast, from Little Jacob's Jamaican pot-dealing crew, to Russian ex-military enterprises, to high-up-ranking Italian crime families. It boasts a complex world with some of the most interesting characters in gaming, and given a smooth recreation with GTA 5 systems, this game would be given the rebirth it deserves.
Who survived?
Get this done, and we'll talk.
Given the latest Halo stripping of defining features such as Forge Mode, a return to what I considered the best Halo multiplayer game would save the franchise, and no, I did not play Halo Reach. Not only a unique sci-fi world with a badass protagonist, cool weapons, and an amazing campaign, but also an endless amount of fun with its custom games. Off the Cliff, Bumper Ghosts, Trash Compactor, Cops and Robbers, Duck Hunt. So many great games that I used to play as a kid. Needless to say, a remake of 3 with a big focus on the modern graphics and having all of the features of the original would be a waterfall of money for 343 Industries.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
While GoldenEye is often touted as the best classic Bond game, my introduction to 007 video games was 007 NIGHTFIRE, an amazing game for its time, with atmospheric missions like the Snowy Mountain mission in Austria and the Enemy Swarm mission in the Japanese estate. Cool things that are a throwback to the earlier, more fantastical Bond, with a laser watch that can melt door hinges, a cell phone grappling gun to overcome heights, and a miniature camera disguised as a lighter. This game has some really cool gadgets that wouldn't go amiss in earlier Bond films. Sniper and driving missions offer a nice break from the standard gameplay loop without overstaying their welcome. With a first-person shooter mechanical update more akin to Call of Duty or Battlefield, 007 NIGHTFIRE would be a must-buy.
The gates have been opened.
While Skyrim was a huge critical and economical hit for Bethesda, it didn't quite hit the same spot for me as its predecessor, The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion. Oblivion was my first exposure to the large open world genre. It has an engaging world that oozes charm with interesting theatrical voice actors, including Sir Patrick Stewart and Sean Bean. With loads of builds, armor sets, weapons, spells, and exploration, people are hungry for the remake. This is one of the few on the list that, while not having an official remake in the works, has a group of dedicated modders working to make it reality. Thanks to the Elder Scrolls Renewal modding group, we can expect to play Oblivion with Skyrim updates on PC very soon. The jump between Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 is huge, with 2 containing a graphics, physics, animation and size overhaul. It would be great to play through the original story with these quality of life improvements, and while I haven't played 1 fully, it's quite clunky in comparison. John Marston was a great character, and it would be a treat to experience his story in the same way we experienced Arthur's. Forced to work for the government, John Marston must explore the American frontier in an attempt to take down his old outlaw gang. With great third-person shooter mechanics, Rockstar's proven writing record, and fun minigames to immerse you more in the world, I'd love to see the revival of Red Dead Redemption 1.
In that game.
Dutch always said you were an arrogant son of a... Man, it is...
Tekken 3 is my favourite game in the franchise to this day. With a great blend of dark family drama to more zany moments, Tekken 3 has a bit of something for everyone. With a total of 21 characters, with potentially more to add for the remake, all with their own mocap fighting style and personalities, you would certainly get your money's worth. Not just the best 3D fighting game, but also fun modes that haven't been capitalised on in recent games, like Beach Ball mode, where you use fight moves to knock the ball towards the other player trying to take down each other's health. Tekken Force, team battles, individual stories for each character with great cinematic cutscenes for beating the main campaign with each of them. Tekken 3 is my first choice in the franchise for a complete redesign. Having started the Witcher series with Witcher 2 and being blown away by the set pieces, world design, lore, animations and characters, I think an update of the game that first introduces you to Geralt of Rivia is a must. With a huge jump in scope and size between each of these games, the first Witcher really does deserve to be elevated to the same stature as Witcher 3. With a large open world, free-flowing combat system, and obviously graphical overhauls, now the entire trilogy will be accessible to everyone, seeing as the original was only released on PC. The good news is that The Witcher has already been confirmed for a remake. The bad news is that it will probably be after The Witcher 4, so we have a long wait ahead of us. Another 3D fighting game to make the list, Urban Reign was an underrated classic in my book. This multiplayer beat-em-up gives you access to over 60 characters, each following a specific style with variances depending on their character. The fighting felt smooth and would give you the freedom to do crazy chain moves like running up a wall and jump kicking off of 4 enemies. A challenging, fun campaign with lots of variation in its locations and cultures, starting off with petty street thugs to taking down high-ranking crime lords and corrupt officials. The game has a good sense of progress and pacing. While not boasting a move list as large as Tekken or Soul Calibur, the game still offers plenty to master and enjoy. High grapples, low grapples, aerial grapples, cooperative grapples, variants in animation depending on where you hold the analog stick. Urban Reign is a balls to the wall, high action, severely underrated beat 'em up, and it needs a remake before I get angry. Having never played this game, I have only what I've seen based on old gameplay and trailers. But Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic has a diehard set of fans that are probably foaming at the mouth for a remake. I wouldn't say I'm a Star Wars fanatic, but an open world RPG within the Star Wars universe taking us to a time way before the films is an exciting prospect nonetheless. Giving the player a great deal of agency and control over the fate of the galaxy, Knights of the Old Republic original writing and lore combined with a new combat system, force mechanics, shooting, exploration, space navigation and more could result in a game that will be played for decades to come. Before I unveil my top choice for this list, here are my honourable mentions that really should still be remade.
How's the patient?
I'm about to take the bandages off.
Is it really you? Do I know you? We gotta get you out of here.
About time your burnt ass woke up.
You okay, Johnny?
Yeah, aside from almost getting sent to the chair, I'm great.
Get off me, man!
Soon, this school will be ours.
I don't want the school.
Yeah, well, I do, pal, and I intend to get it.
I know, it's funny. I'm the girl in the dirty pictures, ha ha.
Calibartman! I didn't do it.
Never open on the first date.
Unlucky, hero. Maybe next time.
Fallout New Vegas could be my favourite game of all time. Being handed back to Obsidian after Bethesda created Fallout 3, the original creators produced a game of so much value while being constrained by an unfairly tight deadline. Set in a post-apocalyptic southern Nevada, this action role-playing game is packed with things to do. The amount of builds you can create gives the game great replay value. Start off as a stoic silent survivalist who knows his way around firearms and crafting out in the desert. Then in your second playthrough, play a gift of the gab extrovert that uses charm and persuasion to overcome obstacles instead of just blasting. The multiple ways you can approach quests makes this viable for the players to sink some time into. The game's strongest point could just be the tone and atmosphere, from its music to the juxtaposition of the charm and silly within this truly grim world. While I'd be happy to just get a sequel, this game truly does deserve to be seen as one of the greats and not just an old cult classic. Thanks for watching. As always, please share your own top 10 lists, games you liked from this list, and anything else you'd like to share. Peace and love.